Head on over to your favorite Quik Mart store and start your day out right.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather tonight.
Thank you for stopping by the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel. I'm Ben Luna, in with an update for both Wednesday night and early Thursday morning. We're tracking a winter storm on its way to the area and its potential impacts. I'll discuss what we know right now and what you can expect and prepare for as we head through the next 24 and 48 hours. All that and more right here in this weather update, made possible by our good friends at Quik Mart. Also, this weather update co-sponsored by Bank Independent. Let's hop right into it. As always, we'll begin with our weather headlines for this update. The overall general timeline for this winter storm, pretty much still on par. Now, models are trying to shift the bigger impact stuff to mainly Saturday, but I'm going to tell you, I wouldn't be surprised if we still wind up seeing a few things flying through the air as soon as Friday evening. Now, I say things because that could be some snow or it could be ice, depending on your location. With that said, I'm going to jump down real quick. Snow and ice are both likely for this event, so keep that in mind. Depending on where you are, you could see more or less of both, but pretty much everything is on the table. Now, with that said, this is really becoming a high impact kind of threat, unfortunately, for our area, where we are looking at significant icing in parts of the region or possibly significant snow. Now, models are kind of going back and forth still, and we're doing our very best to make heads or tails of how this is going to affect us, because we're right smack dab on the line of seeing rain, snow, or ice. I'll show you that more in a second, but do anticipate travel issues, also some infrastructure possibilities. Outage potential is on the board as well. And this is something I'm very concerned about. We've got to deal with that cold air as we move into next week. Now, the entire portion of the Tennessee Valley weather viewing area, Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi, under a winter storm watch. This kicks into gear Friday and runs through Saturday. Is this possibly going to be upgraded to a winter storm warning? I would think so, as we get closer into that time frame. So what and where? Not how much yet. Model data is still evolving, and I don't want to give you a false number to alarm you, or if you like this sort of thing, it excites you. I think as we head into Thursday, late morning, midday, I think we'll be able to give you a really clear picture as to what we're going to see as far as in the Tennessee Valley region, because folks toward Huntsville and east of 65 could wind up with a mix or all rainfall. West of 65, north of the river, back out into portions of Lauderdale County, could be a mix to more of an icing event. And then north of the Tennessee-Alabama state line, I think we're looking at ice storm conditions in the southern mid-state, while folks west of our viewing area toward Memphis still contend with a large amount of ice potential, but also throwing in that heavier snow, which is there north above Interstate 40. So again, there's a lot of factors at play, and something you've got to also remember, the atmosphere is kind of like a multi-layered cake. You've got a flavor at the bottom, one in the middle, and another on top, and that's the way the atmosphere kind of operates. You have temperatures that vary through the different elevations as you continue to increase with altitude, and what happens a few thousand feet above the surface dictates what's going to happen on the ground in most cases. So that's what we're watching. We're going to nail out the hard-to-answer questions as we go through the course of Thursday and bring you some really good information. But let's talk about the overall track and timing. This is the Euro model. This has been really good for us in terms of how things are looking with this. I'm leaning toward really trusting this source. The GFS, or American model, I think has done a good job. It's actually started to try to shift more snowfall back further south. So we'll see how that plays out over one or two more model runs, especially into Thursday. But notice how the Euro is handling that moisture working its way into the area. A lot of icing or mixed precip across our viewing area, and then moderate to even heavy snow conditions can be found as you head north of the Tennessee-Kentucky line and into central Kentucky. And depending on how much warm air tries to evect into the area, well, that's going to determine if we see a changeover at any point back to rain, or if that does enough just to provide us with freezing rain conditions across our area. Again, a lot of factors, a lot of questions to answer. Regardless, Will we have impacts in our area? Absolutely. Should you stock up and prepare? Absolutely, 100%. Even if it doesn't pan out the exact way that we think right now, could be better, could be worse. Only time will tell in certain aspects as far as data is concerned, but we'll get you through it, whatever happens. I give you my word. As we go through this, the bigger weather story that I'm more concerned with, a lot of people are kind of put blinders on in terms of looking at the precipitation. Oh no, is it going to ice? Is it going to snow? And then after they get the answer, well, a lot of times they'll kind of turn off the rest of the info. Please don't, because look at the temperatures. This temp trend as we head into next week, that could be fatal for people, especially the elderly and those who are not able to properly heat their home or their space. Please check on your neighbors. That's what we're here for. We're regarded as one of the best places in the world to live. Let's show the rest of the world why, and let's take care of other people as we go through this event, especially as we deal with single-digit temperatures as we go into next week. We'll continue to work on and refine this forecast, but that is the very latest from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. I'll have more as we head into Thursday morning, and of course, Taylor Plott here live in the midday, and Fred Gossage live at 5 on the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.